Today we're going to be looking at windshield washer pump. Alright guys, so we're taking this off. T30. One on either side. See up in there. It's hard to see, but go. So I'm pretty sure we got everything off. So we're just going to give it a quick pull. And there we go. Oh, got one little clip right here. I forgot. Just one of these push connectors. That's all. Just right up in the corner. I must have missed it. And one, that's how you get your front bumper off. Pretty easy, pretty quick. So if you ever need to know how to take a front bumper off a Honda Civic, that's how you do it. Pretty quick, pretty easy. You can probably do it in about 10 minutes, give or take. Maybe a little longer just because you're trying to find stuff for your first time. But yeah, so that's how you get that off. So I have replaced it with some junkyard parts. There's not a real big issue technically with the pumping itself, the pump, except it just doesn't have a lot of pressure to shoot up on the window. Let's change that angle a little bit. So it really doesn't have enough to shoot up on that window there. So kind of caught in a 22, catch 22. I've replaced the nozzles with used ones. Try to keep costs low. I'm like everybody else, prices and stuff are getting expensive. So we tried that, got them from Pick and Pull, and well, we had really good results at first and was shooting really good. But then something happened. I don't know what's going on. Maybe there's a little bit of debris inside the windshield washer fluid tank. I can't say. I did clean it up when I did it, but I put the old stuff back in. So maybe there's something wrong with the old stuff. Maybe there was something that got mixed in there. It's a little bit of contaminants or something that's not allowing it to pump as good. So right here, brand new pump. This is the one I need for my car, and we'll show you when it comes out. Along with brand new gasket. Here's the part number for the gasket. And here's the part for the pump itself. And it was about $80 for both those, Canadian, $80 Canadian, so I would say ballpark 60 bucks US, give or take. So yeah, that's the dilemma we're having today. So we're gonna replace that out. Hopefully this pump will be better than the other one, even though it's the same part numbers as some of the junkyard ones I got. Yeah, I don't know much else. We've blown out the lines with compressed air before too. So I'm getting a little stumped on this. Even though it's a very basic, easy system to troubleshoot, we're still not having the results that we desire. So we're gonna change that pump out. Hopefully that will help out. If not, we're gonna blow some of that stuff through some of the lines. Hopefully, maybe there's a little bit of debris that didn't get out the first time. We'll unconnect some of that stuff up in the this part here. Brain farting on the name of it. The cowl, I guess. So we'll blow some of that out. Hopefully that will all work. Rinse this out, get it drained. We got some brand new stuff right here that we're gonna fill it with. And hopefully everything goes good. All right, so let's get to it. Enough talking. Let's pull the plug. All right, guys, so coming from the passenger side right here, you can see our windshield washer reservoir. This is our pump down here, and that's our line. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull that line off, this one right here. Might be a little bit stiff. And we got another piece of line here that's going down into our catch bottle. So that is, so we don't make a big mess. And yeah. Okay, so we're gonna pull that off. We're gonna lose a little bit of fluid. Put this line back on real quick. And that's gonna take some time to drain. So you're starting to see that fill up. We're gonna let that drain and we'll get back to you. All right, guys, we've got it all filled up and we had a little bit extra, so we had to swap out to a different bucket. So now we should be able to pull this line off. Put aside. So now this is our electrical clip. So we're just going to press in. So you just press in here and it releases. So if we can get that up out of the way. Now this is supposed to just pull out. It's in there very, very strongly. So I'm just going to move you guys off to the side a little bit. I'm going to try and pull this out. There we go. So I did lube it up a little bit before I put it in. So that maybe helped in getting it out. But if you are doing this for the first time, it's gonna take a bit of force. You probably need a screwdriver and pry it out a little bit. So just gonna take our rag, clean up around the outside. I did use a little bit of Vaseline. It's a petroleum-based product. Not sure if that's going to hurt that rubber seal or not, but right now I got it all cleaned up. We're we're going to try and attempt to put it in without any lubricant, but we might have to get some lubricant out just to make sure everything's good there. So I'm just going to go in, kind of wipe things down inside. And that's pretty much all I'm going to do. I don't know if you guys are able to see that, but I did just rubbing down inside. See that green stuff? So that could have been a cause of blocking it up a bit. So it's good to get in there and clean it out. Okay, so we got our seal right here and our pump. We're just going to mate those together, push it on. There we go. Now this process again was very difficult for me to do the first time around, and I needed a little bit of lubricant to help out, but let's see if we can get this on without any lubricant. Well, don't think this is making it too easy, so try a different method and see if it'll be easier. So I'm going to try to seat the gasket first this time, and then see if we can push this in. See if that will be a lot easier. We're almost there. Well, it doesn't seem to be working very good for me. Alright, so we put the gasket in, or the rubber seal in first. We're going to give this a try again, just pushing it in. Hopefully this way it works. Everything works out, hopefully. There we go. I think we got it. Kind of push that gasket in a little too far. Gasket's trying to go inside now. One problem after another, I guess, but everything looks good on this side. Yeah, looks good all the way around. Just got to get that one part of the gasket out. we go. Just got there we go. I think we got it. Perfect. So that is the easier way to do it. Just put the seal, the rubber seal in first, and then push it in. I think that's the way to go. You can tell if you try to pull it out and it's giving you some resistance. Things are in there, good to go. All right, so it took a lot longer than anticipated, I suppose, but it's in there, it's good. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, put everything back together. What I would have done, especially if you're getting this from a junkyard, before I'd even put the new piece in, what I'd do is hook it up to the wiring system, put a little bit of rubber hose on, and just see if the pump actually works. That'd be my first step, just to verify everything's good to go. Get somebody inside, push the windshield washer fluid, and you're gonna see a stream of fluid come out. This case is a brand new part right from Honda. I don't expect it to be dead, so I skipped that process. Put our plug back in. Alright guys, so there's a clip here, and clip over here. That comes off. Use a flathead screwdriver for this, just to get it started. There's some things over here that would just make it a lot easier. We just got it away. There we go. It's not necessary to get off, but definitely make it a little bit easier potentially. Okay, so this cowl, it's almost off. As you can see, that's where our windshield nozzle is, and there should be another one over here. Yeah, so what we're going to do is just going to unplug the lines from the nozzles and put some compressed air through it. This one. Since these come off before, they're pretty easy. There we go. Some clear lines. Alright guys, I thought I was filming. I just filled this up with windshield washer fluid. You can see right here, it's empty. And while I was filling up, I was kind of explaining what went on here. So I did run compressed air through the lines, and I wasn't getting great pressure, and it didn't feel right. So what I did is I segregated, I pulled it off at the corner here, and separated what's in the cowl, the nozzles, to the main line that goes down to the reservoir. The cowls were good pressure. Now I did have an issue, and I didn't feel like I had good pressure. The line, pretty much the main line going down to the reservoir. So I kind of ripped some of this stuff apart, took a look at it, come to find out that it looked like a line was being pinched. So when I initially did this the first time, everything looked good. When I did my test, everything was good. but then when I gave it to them and a little bit, about a week or less, something was causing the issue again. So I was thinking, okay, I put basically a used part in there. Let's eliminate the used part. And I wanted to really look at it this time because I don't want to have to do this again. Kind of sucks getting that in there. It doesn't really take that long to get the front bumper off, but replacing the pump kind of sucks. The whole job is not very long. Probably do it in an hour and a half, 2 hours. But I just really wanted to track down this and come to find out, yeah, I think the line was being pinched. So when I actually put everything back together, everything was good. Maybe things moved around because, you know, it's a car on the road. It kind of bounces around, whatever. Maybe a line got pinched a bit and restricted that flow. Now that makes the most amount of sense based on what I've seen and the replacement parts and, you know, just everything all together. That makes the most amount of sense right now. Airlines are good. We blew air through it, cleaned out everything in it. So yeah, let's put it all back together. Let's give it a test. We'll see if I'm right. So basically we're going to do this test before we get the front bumper on, because if anything's going on, we can see right now. Okay, line seems to be free, nothing crazy going on. Let's drop this hood a bit. There we go. There we go. There we go. Looks like we've done a good job. Can't wait to get everything back together and let's move forward. Let's get that bumper on and wrap things up. There we go. Okay, so that's how it looks. Bumper's on. Things look good up top. Got a pair measuring stick. Although I don't think anybody ever uses a measuring stick. Oh, there we go. And if we ever get any complaints from now on, we're going to look right in that corner and look at my nozzles. We know the pump's good, we know everything else is good, so we're just going to pop underneath, get all that stuff squared away, and should be good to go. Go. Put our screw back in. There we go. If you need to push or pull that out a bit, now's the time to do it before we get super tight. And if everything looks pretty good, tighten her down. Okay guys, so we got push pin there, put one there, some there. There we go. It's all back installed. There we go. That one's not in very good. Oh, there we go. Excellent. So we're pretty much all put back in. I'm going to try and find one for there just to keep that from doing it. Obviously there's some zip ties and stuff just because, you know, it wasn't an accident. I don't know, I think not really an accident. My father-in-law hit some snow, cracked the bumper like a snowbank, so yeah, it's pretty good, but now that's all done. It's job well done. Everything's good to go. We're going to drop it, send it back, and hopefully everything's good. They're happy with it, and then wait for the next thing to break. I guess that's how it works around here. You just keep going. Something else breaks. You got another job, another issue to fix and troubleshoot, and that's really how I get some of my skills. I'm not even the greatest. I'm not even close. I'm just a hobby, DIY kind of guy that likes to do some stuff. And things that I can do or things that I think I'm able to do, I'll attempt. Things I don't want to do or don't have time or whatever, don't worry. I send it to my neighbor. He's a mechanic. He's got his own shop. This car's been there a couple times. You know, I can't do an alignment. Send it there for alignment. We had the starter replaced a couple weeks ago. I looked out online. It was a big job. I didn't have time. Sent to the mechanic. Now, and it's in a really hard spot on this car. So that was another reason I kind of sent it that way. I was running out of time. I didn't want them to be without a car for a really long period of time because maybe I have to get some tools or whatever. Can't get to it. I get frustrated. Once you're already like half done, you know, you can't really get it to a shop unless you pay for a tow truck, which my mother-in-law had to do. But I don't want to have to get her to pay for a tow truck twice. So there's just some things that I will send away and you know, send some businesses away. He's a really good mechanic. He knows what he's doing. And sometimes you just have to pick and choose what you want to do and what you don't want to do, or what you have time for. I still got a couple more weeks left. But again, it's a big job. I got other things I have to focus on and get ready for. So some of those jobs I send out. Anyways, if you like this kind of stuff, guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget, never stop learning.